In a stunning revelation that has sent shockwaves through South Africa's policing community, Mkhwanazi has confirmed that his career with the South African Police Service, SAPS, is officially over. The announcement, made during a brief but highly charged statement, has left colleagues, analysts, and the public questioning what went wrong, and what this means for accountability and leadership within SAPS. Before we get into the full details, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications, because the story is far from over. The consequences of Mkhwanazi's departure could reshape the national conversation on policing, corruption, and public trust. For years, Mkhwanazi was considered one of SAP's most prominent figures, known for his decisive actions and high-profile involvement in major cases. Many saw him as a rising star, someone capable of implementing real change within the police force. However, recent events have dramatically altered that trajectory. According to sources, a combination of internal conflicts, high-stakes investigations, and political pressures led to a situation in which Mkhwanazi's position became untenable. In his statement, he expressed both regret and resolve, saying that while his career in SAPS may have ended, his commitment to justice and accountability would continue. For many, this confirmation is both shocking and symbolic, a reminder that even powerful figures are not immune to scrutiny or institutional politics. Over the past year, Mkhwanazi has been embroiled in a series of high-profile controversies. He was at the center of several investigations, some internal and some public, that questioned decision-making processes, alleged misconduct, and leadership failures. Rumors have circulated that certain factions within SAPS were opposed to his approach to policing, particularly his hard-line stance against corruption and organized crime. Sources indicate that this internal tension escalated over months, culminating in Mkhwanazi being effectively sidelined from operational command and facing mounting pressure from political and bureaucratic forces. This tension, combined with the public scrutiny from media and citizens alike, created an environment that made it increasingly difficult for him to operate effectively. Mkhwanazi's confirmation came during an interview that was brief, pointed, and candid. He acknowledged that the events leading up to this moment were complex, involving both internal challenges and external pressures. He also hinted that his departure was not voluntary in the usual sense, suggesting that institutional politics played a significant role. Observers note that his statement reflects a mixture of resignation and defiance. While Mkhwanazi accepts that his SAPS career is over, he continues to emphasize the importance of truth, transparency, and justice, signaling that he will not be silenced despite the setback. The news of Mkhwanazi's career ending has elicited a range of reactions from colleagues and subordinates. Some are reportedly supportive, praising his integrity and dedication in the face of institutional challenges. Others, however, see this as confirmation of the deep divisions within SAPS, pointing to long-standing conflicts between factions that have hampered reform and progress. Analysts argue that this moment is emblematic of a larger problem, the difficulty of navigating a complex, politically charged environment while attempting to implement meaningful changes. Mkhwanazi's departure may leave a vacuum in leadership, particularly in units that deal with corruption, organized crime, and sensitive investigations. Many are now watching closely to see who will fill that gap, and whether the new leadership will continue the approach he championed or take a different direction entirely. It is impossible to separate Mkhwanazi's exit from the broader political landscape. South Africa's police service operates within a framework influenced by both political and public pressures. High-profile investigations, controversial cases, and media scrutiny all interact to create an environment where leaders are constantly tested. Mkhwanazi's statement suggests that his departure was influenced by these larger forces. Political analysts note that his departure could have ripple effects on upcoming investigations, ongoing cases, and public perception of SAP's ability to act independently and decisively. Some insiders warn that this could embolden those resistant to reform, while others believe it may inspire a new wave of scrutiny on how police leadership is appointed and held accountable. For the general public, Mkhwanazi's exit raises serious questions about trust and accountability in SAPS. Many South Africans see him as a figure who spoke truth to power, someone willing to challenge entrenched systems of corruption and malpractice. His departure, therefore, is being interpreted in multiple ways, as a loss for integrity, a political maneuver, or a reflection of the systemic challenges faced by reformers. Social media reactions range from outrage to support, reflecting the polarized views surrounding his tenure and exit. Regardless of perspective, there is a consensus that the situation exposes vulnerabilities in leadership continuity, transparency, and institutional resilience. The next steps are uncertain, but several possibilities are emerging. Analysts believe that Mkhwanazi may continue to be involved in public discourse, either through media engagements, advocacy, or advisory roles. There is also speculation that he could become involved in political initiatives aimed at reforming law enforcement practices from outside the system. Within SAPS, there will likely be a period of adjustment as new leadership is confirmed, operational priorities are reassessed, and internal dynamics shift. For observers, this is a critical moment to watch how the organization navigates both public expectations and internal challenges. Despite the abrupt end to his SAPS tenure, Mkhwanazi's career leaves a lasting impact. His efforts to tackle high-profile cases, confront corruption, and advocate for transparency have not gone unnoticed. While his exit may mark the end of one chapter, it also sets the stage for continued debate about the future of policing in South Africa. This story is far from over. Mkhwanazi's voice, influence, and commitment to justice will likely continue to shape conversations about leadership, accountability, and reform within SAPS. To follow this developing story, make sure you subscribe now, click the notification bell, and stay with us for every update. What do you think? Was Mkhwanazi forced out due to politics, or was it an inevitable end to a turbulent career? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because the nation is watching closely, and the implications are enormous.